It's time to grab all your friends and go to very distant lands. Today we're counting down our picks for the top 10 Adventure Time characters. For this list, we're taking a look at the funniest, most complex, and most iconic characters from Cartoon Network's breakout animated series here on FlickCentral. Number 10, Tree Trunks. We're still waiting for scientists to genetically engineer pot-bellied elephants. Until then, we'll settle for the Land of Ooze resident pygmy elephant, Tree Trunks. With a kindly southern accent and a knack for baking apple pies, Finn and Jake view Tree Trunks as a grandmotherly figure. Behind her nurturing warmth, however, Tree Trunks is a senior swinger who's still got it. Married several times, her charming nature and elephant prowess certainly help her get around town. She also has no problem with public displays of affection, sometimes to excess. Number 9, Earl of Lemongrab. The only being in all of Ooh that can stand the Earl of Lemongrab is himself. That's essentially why Princess Bubblegum has to make him a second Lemongrab for companionship. With a voice like nails on a chalkboard and zero social skills, the audience really has no other choice but to loathe Lemongrab from the start. Yet, there's just something about the way voice actor Justin Roiland delivers his lines that makes every piercing word that comes out of Lemongrab's mouth hilarious. He may be shrill, skittish, and sour, but to completely dislike Lemongrab would be totally unacceptable. Number 8, Flame Princess. This exquisitely drawn princess is the fiery equivalent of Ice Queen Elsa. Locked up in a lantern for much of her life, the short-fused Flame Princess can be a danger to others and herself. Through Finn's love and friendship, though, she eventually realizes she doesn't have to be the evil monster people initially pegged her as. Since then, Flame Princess has helped extinguish injustice in the Fire Kingdom and become her own strong, independent woman. If only she and Finn could kiss without things exploding and people getting burned. Number 7, Lumpy Space Princess. You know those rich teenage girls on reality shows that are spoiled, gossipy, inconsiderate towards everyone else and aren't nearly as hot as they think? Lumpy Space Princess is like all those girls rolled into one lumpy purple cloud. Desperate for affection and attention, LSP is either the most one-dimensional character on Adventure Time or one of the most emotionally complex. Either way, she easily spouts most of the show's best one-liners. Voiced by creator Pendleton Ward to lumping perfection, LSP is a comedic force full of sass, frankness, and waffles. Number 6, Marceline the Vampire Queen. Marceline presents herself as a gothic punk who's not to be messed with. As Finn and Jake grow closer to the half-demon vampire, however, they find that she's really a radical dame and loving friend. She became a fan favorite of many, bringing with her one of the show's most emotional backstories. Since many details of her past remain undisclosed, there's still much to learn about this 1,000-year-old axe bass player. All we know is her relationship with the Ice King before and after he became the hilarious kook we know and love was simply heartbreaking. Number 5, Ice King or Simon Petrikov. Any die-hard Adventure Time fan knows that it's only fitting we ranked Marceline and Simon side by side. Brought together by the Great Mushroom War, the man who would become the Ice King vows to protect Marcy and sacrifices his sanity in the process. Now delusional, obsessed with princesses, and ruling over a kingdom of Gunters, Ice King is as funny as he is tragic. Despite his villainous tendencies, we're all hoping for Ice King to get a happy ending with his one true princess, Betty. But until that day comes, we're happy to see him clash with Finn and Jake and rock out on the drum kit. Number 4, BMO. Aside from being the coolest Game Boy ever manufactured, BMO is also a camera, a keyboard, and much, much more. We've yet to learn whether BMO is a boy or girl, but that doesn't really matter. What does matter is that he/she can make a game out of any activity and put a smile on anyone's face. Often confined to the treehouse, BMO lives in his or her own imaginative world. Pendleton Ward's personal favorite character will gladly take BMO over a PlayStation 4 or Xbox One any day. Number 3, Princess Bubblegum. Although she's pretty in pink and gets kidnapped on occasion, Peebs is far from a stereotypical princess. Favoring science over magic, Peebee is the most practical and intelligent resident of the Candy Kingdom, making her the ideal candidate to rule. As princess, Peebs is often forced to make difficult decisions that some might not consider ethical. As a result, she can be closed-minded, controlling, and distant towards others. When Princess Bubblegum lets those rock candy defenses down, though, she demonstrates that her friends and subjects take precedence above all else. No wonder Finn had such a crush on her. Number 2, Jake the dog. Jake is not only the best dog a boy could ask for, but the best friend a boy could ask for too. With more hands-on experience with the ladies, sandwiches, and life in general, Jake is always there to give his adoptive human brother advice. Granted, it's not always the best advice, and sometimes he'll act without thinking. Regardless, Jake is as loving and loyal as dogs come. Much like his feline counterpart, Cake the cat, this stretchy, easygoing pooch will follow his human BFF to the ends of the earth. Not to mention, he makes an excellent dad. Before we get to our top pick, here's a few honorable mentions. Lady Rainicorn, Cinnamon Bun, Peppermint Butler. Number 1, Finn the Human. Where most cartoon kids are trapped in an eternal state of immaturity, Finn is one of the few animated adolescents that actually ages on a physical and mental level. Adventure Time is about Finn's journey to adulthood as he learns about romance, responsibility, and what it means to be a man. Even though Finn has faced the evils that threaten Ooh, some of his hardest battles have been personal, having to get over love in a way that might not be understood by kids, but definitely is by the adults who watch. Along the way, he proves himself to be a kind, noble, thoughtful, yet still naive hero. Watching Finn's adventures in Ooh has been a mathematical experience we wouldn't change for all the candy in the Candy Kingdom.